Welcome to today's session. Today we're going to look at how to compose a 1-minute sad film score. We're going to use a very exciting scene actually from the movie Speed with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. So we're going to use a 1-minute scene from that movie and we're going to compose our own sad music to go along with it. So now I'm going to use GarageBand as my DAW, my DAW, and as soon as I click on GarageBand, I get an empty project sign and I double click on that. Once that loads, it gives me 4 options. It gives me either software instruments, audio inputs, or a drummer. So I'm going to choose software instrument. Okay, so I double click on that and there we have it. With my software instrument open, I can produce sound using my virtual keyboard. If I click Command K on my laptop, a virtual music typing keyboard will pop up and I can use my mouse to produce sound and to manipulate it. If I have a MIDI keyboard like I do right now, I can just connect my MIDI keyboard directly to my computer and then I can use my MIDI keyboard to produce sound. So I go to File at the top and then I scroll all the way down to the movie section right here and I click on Open Movie. Once my pop-up menu appears, I saved mine on my desktop. There it is. I'm going to double click to bring it up onto my GarageBand platform. Now here I am. I can actually minimize the video, okay, so that it's not in the way. The important bit here is for you to be able to see the scene as you compose. Oh, I can cancel so that I don't see the video, but in the background it's actually still there. If I want to view the video again, I just click on that window and there it appears. So once you upload your film, your short video, it comes with an audio, and this is the audio right here. So if I press play, so we can hear the audio in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just reduce the volume of that. I can completely mute it if I wanted to, but I think that I would like to just hear a little bit of the explosion and of the action that's going on. So I'll just have it at perhaps that volume. So the first thing I want to do is to make sure that I have my metronome clicker on. Okay, so this is the metronome. I want to hear the metronome as I compose. So I need that there. Another important thing that I need to know is my BPM, my beats per minute. Because I'm composing a sad movie, I'm going to take my beats per minute down. So I'm taking it down to 90 beats per minute. So now that we've got that out of the way, it's important for us to know the key characteristics of a sad what makes a sad song. And the first thing is the instrumentation. So I'm going to click on my piano right here. And I think I'm going to start with the violins. I'm going to start with a string section. That's one of the main instruments of sad music. So I click on my generated classic electric piano, and then on my left it will bring me a list of instruments. I'm just going to swipe to my right, and as I swipe, a whole bunch of new instruments pop up, and I see orchestral over here. I click on that, and then I go to strings. There we go. I'm going to choose smart strings. You can choose any strings that you like, but for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to choose smart strings. So I'm moving my movie scene video here on the left so that I can just see what I'm going to record on my track here. Let's listen to the way my smart strings sound. Okay, so I have my smart strings set up. I can hear them. Now so now we have the instruments. So instruments ticked. Number 2, we need to know what tonality we're playing in. Sad music is in the minor tonality. mainly. Okay, so we're just talking about cliche sad music. It's in the minor tonality, and for the purposes of this lesson, we're playing in A minor. I'm going to go ahead and click record over here, and I'm going to play my A minor chord progression. I've chosen A minor, G, F, and C. Okay, so that's what I'm going to play. Here we go. I click record. I'm going to stop right there because now I have my 4 bars of music. I double click in strings section here, and then my keyboard notes pop up. Okay, I can manipulate them if I like. I just click in this section here, just in the keyboard piano roll area. I click in it because I want to quantize. Now, quantizing is making sure that the notes follow my tempo, my desired tempo, and my desired beginning and ending of my bar. Okay, so I click in the middle of my piano roll here, and I Command A to select all the notes in my piano roll. On my left here, the quantize Q pops up. I'm going to drop down this menu, and I'm just going to do 1/4. And that's basically a good standard for the purposes of this video. Okay, so now if I'm to play back, I go back here and I play, click play. All right, I can hear my music playing in the background. Great. Now the beauty about this is I can loop this. Now I'm going to loop this. I put my 2-finger click on my section here that I've just composed. I click 2 fingers and I'm going to click the loop, okay, on or off. So I'm going to click the loop, and now I have created a whole loop right there. Okay, beautiful. If I didn't want to do it that way, another way of creating a loop is by clicking on your selected area and then just pressing L on your keyboard, and there you have your loop. Okay, beautiful. So now we have our strings. What other instrument do you think we should have? I think we should have a piano. Okay, so piano is also another instrument very commonly used in sad music. So I'm going to go up here to the plus sign, and I'm going to select software instruments again. I double click on that, and then up comes my electric piano. I can use the electric piano, but for the purposes of today, I'm just going to scroll here on the left, and I'm going to use a piano right there, and the Steinway grand piano. That's what I've chosen. And I'm going to think of of a melody. I'm in the key of A minor, so the notes I can use are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the upper octave A. Okay, so those are the 8 notes I'm going to use, only those notes. And remember, with sad music, your notes or your melody is repetitive, very repetitive, but slow tempo. Very slow, a simple rhythm. So here we go. I'm going to come up with my own simple melody using any of those 8 notes that I just played. So I go to my GarageBand, I get ready to hit record, and I hit record. I'll have a 4-beat clicker, and after the 4-beat clicker, I can start. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I stop recording right at the 4-bar section. Again, I'm going to double click in there in the grand piano highlighted part that I've just played, and then up pops up the piano roll. I click in the piano roll. I just click into, just select and highlight to activate that area. Command A. Okay, everything has been highlighted now in that section. Let me just move this video up a little bit so I can have access to my quantize button. I click my quantize button and boom, everything quantizes beautifully. And the same thing that I did with the strings, I'm going to do with my piano composition. I'm going to highlight, click on my section right there and press L, and I have looped it. Now another instrument that I'm going to add is either a low bass, low brass. So I'm going to go back to this clicker here, press the plus sign, and then double click on my software instrument, and there I have it. I have the auto-generated classic electric piano. On my left, I'm sliding to the right, and I'm going to look for a bass instrument. Now this is a bass guitar, but I feel like I want to stick with the orchestral theme and go with low brass. So I'm going to use low brass right there. And then I'm going to use, I think I'll choose the tuba. Perfect. There I go. I have the tuba selected. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. And this time with my tuba, I'm going to follow the chord progression that I played with my strings. So I'm going to play the same chord progression, but I'm using the bass note. I'm using the home note of each of those keys. So here we go with the composition. I take my cursor back to the top, either manually like this, or I can click the rewind, and then I hit record. Stop right there. Same thing, I double click in my section, I move my video slightly up, click again in the middle of the piano roll, select Command A, select all, quantize. There, hit the quantize button, go back to the beginning. There's my tuba. But I feel like it's not too sad. It's a bit more, it's powerful. The tuba is powerful. So I'm going to change the instrument. Now that I'm on my tuba track here, I've highlighted it. I'm going to go to the left, and then I think I'm going to, instead of going with something brass, I'm going to go back to my strings. And with my strings, I'm going to, okay, there, I've selected smart strings again. Now that we're done with that, we have our bass line, we've got our melodic piano progression, we've got our strings. I think now let's just play and watch the video and see if there's anything else we can add. So I'm going to click on my strings selection here, my bass string. I click on the L, and there we have it. And so I'm going to play the video. I'm happy with that. Once you're done, you can just tighten it up at the end over here. And as you compose, of course, you can add more and more tracks. Add more and more tracks. Be as creative as you can be. So feel free to pick up any instrument that you desire and that you feel can make your piece sad. Once you're done with that, you have to go up to the share area. You click on share, export song to disk. Then this pop-up window comes up. You can title your piece. Speed, sad song, or any other song you'd like to name it. Choose the direction where you want it to be saved. Save it as an MP3 file and export it. And when you have exported your music, you will be able to then go on iMovie and then upload it. And there you have your sad song. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video.